The small island city-state of Singapore has been called the paradise for the rich, and it's true, it does have a certain glitter of luxury. Singapore, however, provides more than just upscale retail centers, five-star hotels, and excellent cuisine. In addition, there's a lot of child attractions and lovely public spaces, which make it enjoyable to explore this somewhat futuristic city. And there's also a rich history and varied ethnic areas to explore. In this video, we're going to take you through the 16 best sightseeing spots in Singapore that you can't miss. Watch to the end, as our number one just might surprise you. Do you like travel? Are you curious about everything that the world has to offer? Well, then make sure you subscribe to our channel and leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to tap that bell icon and turn on notifications. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 16. National Gallery, Singapore. The National Gallery houses Southeast Asia's greatest collection of modern art, with a strong emphasis on local and Asian artists' creation going back to the 19th century. Over more than 64,000 square meters, the 9,000 plus works of art are spread over two buildings, City Hall and the former Supreme Court. The gallery periodically hosts exceptional temporary exhibits on topics like Chinese calligraphy, contemporary photography, and Vietnamese lacquer art, in addition to its permanent collection. The gallery offers seminars, free concerts, and special events for children and adults, as well as free tours in both English and Mandarin. Number 15. Sentosa Island. Even though Singapore isn't exactly known for its beaches, Sentosa Island is the place you want to go if you want to enjoy some sun. Siloso Beach is a fantastic location for a beach time. And there's also free volleyball courts available, as well as kayaking and skimboarding options. There's plenty of activities and attractions for visitors of all ages. Madame Tussauds, Mega Adventure Park, an underwater world, an aquarium where you can enjoy dolphin swimming. But there's a lot more to experience, just find out later in the video. Number 14. Singapore Zoo. The Singapore Zoo, which described itself as the world's best rainforest zoo, is a truly spectacular location. The facility is spotless and pleasant, and the quantity of tropical gardens and habitat areas gives the impression that the animals are in good hands. Visitors can watch orangutans, which are very stunning, as well as children and adults swing high above their platforms and eat fruits. A large chimpanzee family, zebras, meerkats, a Komodo dragon, mole rats, white tigers, and kangaroos are among many of the other creatures that might be found here. Visitors can even see the feeding of some of the animals. A minimum of 3 hours should be allotted for this zoo visit. Number 13. Orchard Road. Singapore is a city that is known for its style, its designer flair, so it's understandable if you only shop when you're there. The Orchard Road is a great place for a shopping trip because there are so many high-end stores there. Nothing less would be anticipated in an area that's home to 22 malls and 6 department shops, 4 movie theaters including an IMAX, a KTV karaoke bar is also present. There's so much. If you get hungry after you spend all that money, there's also a lot of restaurants nearby that serve international food. Number 12. Gardens by the Bay. Gardens by the Bay is a huge, colorful, futuristic park in the Bay Area of Singapore, covering 250 acres of reclaimed land. Among the standout features are the famous super tree structures. These super trees are aesthetically pleasing structures designed to resemble trees. Standing between 82 and 160 feet tall, these canopies provide shade in the morning and feature a dazzling light show at night. 12 of these 18 of the super trees stand in the gardens by the bay. It goes without saying that they're impressive. If you want to get a little closer to the super trees, which are free to gaze at from the ground, you can pay $8 to walk the OCBC Skyway, which puts you 72 feet in the air, along a 419 feet aerial walkway through the super trees. There are hundreds of trees and plants to discover within, making Gardens by the Bay a great destination for both kids and grown-ups, and simply for those looking for a respite with stunning views. It's not hard to see why this is one of Singapore's top attractions, and one that continues to build its reputation as a must-visit for locals and visitors alike. Number 11. Singapore Flyer. If the Marina Bay Sands observation deck isn't quite your style, consider drinking high tea while admiring the city from the Singapore Flyer, a giant observation wheel. Choose from a choice of packages to be served and pampered while admiring a view that extends as far as Malaysia's Straits of Johor and Indonesia's Spice Islands. In addition to the Singapore skyline, each of the several ticket options offered allow entry to the Multimedia Journey of Dreams exhibit, which explores Singapore's history and creation of the Singapore Flyer. Number 10. Chinatown. If you've ever gone to China, Singapore's Chinatown is very quickly going to take you back there. There's a lot going on in this region, from charming red lanterns to authentic Chinese eateries and small mom-and-pop shops. The Hindu temple of Sri Mariamman, which is magnificent and beautiful, is situated in the Chinese Heritage Center. Another shrine that is well worth visiting is the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. And if you rise early enough, you can hear the morning drum ceremony, 4 a.m. for example. Or you could choose to merely stay for the evening's closing ceremony, though, after viewing the relic. To help tourists appreciate the importance of the area, heritage signs have been placed throughout the area in English, Japanese, and simplified Chinese. Number 9. Fort Siloso. Fort Siloso is one of the forts that defended Singapore. It's the only fortress to have been renovated and is now a military museum. It's located on Sentosa Island. The nicest way to get to Fort Siloso is via the Skywalk, a scenic tree top trail that is 11 stories above the ground. At the end of the Skywalk, you'll arrive at the beginning of Fort Siloso. Either a glass elevator or a simple flight of stairs can be used to access the bridge, which is completely encircled by a dense tropical canopy. But if you choose to take the stairs, you won't be able to see the Capel Harbor in all of its glory. Riding the elevator affords you expansive open views of the port. The 593 feet long bridge offers a fantastic view of nearby islands and the jungle floor. I was trying to be cutesy. Floor is not a... Anyways, you can explore the fort on your own or simply by strolling around and soaking in the scenery. Or you can take guided tours to learn more about the history of the area. The fort's attractions include 3 ammunition-moving tube systems, multiple massive cannons on display, and distinctive exhibitions that portray fort life for soldiers in the 1800s highlights. You could spend a few hours visiting the entire fort, which is a lovely park with plenty of shade. Number 8. Marina Bay Sands. The spectacular Marina Bay Sands resort complex includes a high-end luxury hotel, a retail center with a canal running through it, the Art Science Museum, and the Marina Bay Sands Sky Park observation deck, the vantage point for viewing the entire city. The Sky Park's viewing deck and infinity pool are located on the ship. Yep, a ship above the hotel. Yeah, only hotel guests have access to the infinity pool. However, anyone can go to the observation deck. From the Sky Park, you can see the magnificent skyline, the harbor, the double helix bridge, and the gardens by the bay. Number 7. The Maritime Experiential Museum. This indoor/outdoor museum is located directly on the water, and it provides an engaging, hands-on method to discover Singapore's maritime history. Even before you enter the building, there's already going to be several ships anchored there. The museum's centerpiece is the Jewel of Muscat, a model of a sailing ship that sank in 830 CE while traveling from Africa to China. In addition, Typhoon Theater offers special effects simulations of a 9th century shipwreck, life-size reproductions of merchant ships that travel the Silk Road, marine chart studies, and instruction in reading. Well, I mean, that last part's not as exciting, but still. Number 6. Merlion Park. The Merlion Park in Singapore is a portrayal of a mythical creature with a lion's head and a fish's body and tail. It's exactly what it sounds like. The Merlion represents both the city's humble beginnings as a fishing village and its original Malay name, Singapura, which translates as Lion City. The building is 8.6 meters tall, it's 70 tons in weight, and it has a fountain that pours water out of its mouth. In 2002, it was relocated to Merlion Park, where it now has a view of Marina Bay. In addition to the Merlion Club, which is located nearby and stands at just 2 meters tall but weighs a considerable 3 tons, there are 5 additional official Merlion statues that can be seen throughout the city. Merlion Park is the ideal setting for photography, whether you're taking a selfie in front of a well-known animal or capturing the park's stunning vistas of the bay. Number 5. CLARKE QUAY. The hub of commerce throughout the 19th century, CLARKE QUAY is still a humming metropolis. Tourists might gladly make their way to CLARKE QUAY for an evening of waterfront cuisine and entertainment after a long day of shopping on Orchard Road, since it has a more polished gloss. River taxis and cruises are also available from this location, allowing visitors to explore some of the city's historic bridges and view landmarks like the Merlion from the water. The huge, adrenaline-pumping bungee facility is the Quay's main attraction for the younger tourists. Other local sites include the Asian Civilization Museum, the Civil Defense Heritage Gallery, which is located in Singapore's oldest fire station, and the picturesque century-old Buddhist monastery Hong Song Si Temple. Number 4. Fort Canning Park. Regarding military defenses, Fort Canning has a long and intriguing history. The fort, which was built in 1859 to defend Singapore from invasions, was ultimately ceded to the Japanese in 1942, after serving as a bunker during World War II. Today's performing arts organizations are housed in the original building, and the park routinely hosts picnics, concerts, theater performances, and festivals. The park also houses Sir Stamford Raffles' private homes and antiques from Singapore's early past, which date to the 14th century, along with sculptures of the ASEAN countries. Constructed in the 1980s, visitors might see a replica of the spice market that Raffles created in 1822. Number 3. Universal Studios. Universal Studios Singapore is an amusement park located within Resorts World Sentosa, an integrated resort on the island of Sentosa. The park is divided into themed sections, each of which pays homage to a location, a motion picture, or a television show. There are excursions to Hollywood, Madagascar, New York City, and Egypt. And there are various literary-themed zones too, including Shrek's Far, Far Away, Lost World, and Sci-Fi City, where roller coasters with Battlestar Galactica themes and a dark indoor coaster called Revenge of the Mummy dominate the thrill actions. Numerous rides ranging from Child to Daredevil, as well as a selection of cafes, shops, and live entertainment are available at the park during both day and night. Number 2. Night Safari Singapore. Night Safari Singapore adds a new twist to the traditional zoo experience by giving guests a peek-sees into the animals' nocturnal lives. The park has 4 different habitats, and each one has a trail that lets you observe these elusive creatures going about their day, or night, their day-night, yeah. The leopard trail is home to a variety of animals including lions, flying foxes, civets, and porcupines, as might be expected. Visitors can go through the habitats of native Singaporean species, like fish-loving cats, pangolins, binturongs, and other widespread and endangered species on the Fishing Cat Trail. Malayan tigers and spotted hyenas can be viewed on the East Lodge Trail, where visitors can learn about the Australian marsupials on Wallaby Trail. Private tours, buggy rides, educational services, and once-in-a-lifetime experiences like a feeding session for Asian elephants are all available. Number 1. Pulau Ubin. Visit Pulau Ubin to experience life in Singapore before it was all about glamour and skyscrapers. Less than 100 people still live there simply as they did in the 1960s. The island's name, Granite Island, which translates from Malay, alludes to its historical prominence as a quarry town. Now, it's a tranquil, uninhabited area where tourists can admire virgin woodlands and a variety of animals. On the island is also the Chek Jawa wetlands, which has a coral reef rich in marine life. So these are the top sightseeing spots in Singapore, at least in our opinion. You're going to have a wonderful time if you visit these. What are your thoughts on these places? Share them with us in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon for more videos like this. We got a lot of content coming your way, so stay tuned. See you in the next one, and goodbye.